First of all, I just want to start by saying a big, sincere thank you for everyone for joining us today, all the partners, the Acumen team, and the hosts. But I want to take a few last minutes and share my personal story with Acumen. And I think it's a story that we haven't heard today, actually. It's the story of how Acumen actually impacts its partners. We heard today from Sachin how there have been around 230 plus million people impacted. Well, I consider myself the plus, actually. So my journey started not so long ago, in 2011, when Johan and I decided to support the Acumen Education Fund. And to be honest, it was really my own investment in my education. We traveled to East Africa, we traveled to India, we looked at over a dozen portfolio companies. I learned how to be curious, how to be humble, how to get really close to the issues. And mechanically, I was really watching, what does it take to be an impact investor? How can I actually start making my own direct investments? Because really the story is about me. So along that journey, I identified what my passion was going to be, my area of having impact, and that's menstrual hygiene. So the first place that I went was to Acumen, and I said, okay guys, you don't have any MH in your portfolio, but I want to start making investments. So Acumen introduced me about 5 years ago to a company called AfriPads, where I made my first impact investment, joined the board, and I've been learning ever since. AfriPads in Uganda is building its first factory. It's employed over 150 women, and this year alone producing enough cloth reusable menstrual pads for 2 million girls. So I've taken that, and I've done that again about 14 more times through making investments, grant funding, convertible debt, and I've built what I think is one of the most dynamic menstrual health portfolios in the world. And before we even got through our 4-year education commitment, I had to double down, or we did, and started supporting leadership so I could continue my learning. Did the Good Society readings, kept asking questions, getting closer to the issues. And then I started looking into Plus Acumen, ended up asking my small team in Stockholm to start taking courses in things like human-centered design, which now I'm having companies and organizations that we've invested in start using and taking Acumen courses and applying human-centered design. Again, putting the customers and the girls in the middle of the questions and being curious. And now we've started applying lean data across our portfolio, where we're asking, are we really doing what is most helpful? Do girls really want menstrual cups? Or maybe it's about choice. Maybe we should ask them what they want. So I'm here to say that actually I'm upgrading this year, and I want unrestricted access. I want all access. And I think so I'm going to make another investment in myself, and actually we're going to start funding, or we are funding Acumen in an unrestricted way. So I'm inviting all of you to take the opportunity to invest in yourselves, and I'm saying thank you very much to Acumen for investing in me.